And welcome in again to Your Health. And with us is Dr. Lou Lambiase. Dr. Lambiase is the Dean of the UAB Medical School Montgomery campus. Yes, folks, we've got one, and it is wonderful. And there's a UAB specialty clinic as well. And we have been talking about the topic that is so top of the mind, mental health and suicide. We have got a real problem. And you have started something 3 years ago. We talked about it last time, the health policy meeting. And tell us a bit more. We've got more things going on this year. So let us know a little bit about this.
Yeah, we're very excited. You know, as you said, we've have a health policy meeting here in Montgomery. This will be the third year. It's made possible by the generosity of the Kennemer family, who's and the Western Cardiac Foundation, that have just been remarkably generous in terms of supporting these efforts. Wow. And we have this meeting annually where we bring together experts, civic leaders, the community, some political leaders, healthcare professionals, to talk about issues in healthcare and to try and help drive or define policies that would help us all. And this year, the focus is on mental health. And so just as you said, mental health is a huge issue in Alabama. We have we're 51st out of 51st states in Washington, D.C. in terms of mental health measures and the number of psychiatrists, for example. One Alabamian commits suicide every 10 or 11 hours. So it's just a tragedy. And so, you know, the governor, the legislature, institutions all want to try and do things to help. And so we thought it would be a good time to talk about ideas on how we can help and what we can do to help. So, and it's also, frankly, the first year of the psychiatry residency here in Montgomery. And so, as you said, we don't have very many psychiatrists, and so we decided we would try to train our own. And so this year we'll have the first of our trainees come, and 4 years later we'll have our first class of new psychiatrists who are trained right here in Montgomery. And so that to commemorate that, that's why we're doing the health policy meeting on mental health.
Well, one of the questions that we get, and you'll have a lot of your questions answered that we're not going to answer for you here. A lot of questions we get are, how do you know if somebody has dementia? How many different types of dementia are there? Ways to help and ways to prevent. And we'll have question and answer, which I think is great. So we'll have a great platform for teaching too. Yeah. But you have something kind of fascinating going this year. And we touched on it the last time we talked, and that is the documentary.
Oh yeah, so the gentleman who's going to give the keynote address is a Dr. Ken Rosenberg, who's a psychiatrist in New York, a practicing psychiatrist in New York City, but he's also an NYU graduate filmmaker. And so he's produced several films about psychiatry and mental illness. And the one that we're going to screen here in Montgomery is Bedlam, which is his documentary about the care of people with acute mental illness, and it was screened at Sundance Film Festival. Wonderful. And it's available online at screening various streaming networks. And so he's going to be here. We're going to be at the Capri Theater on the 8th of April.
So the night before the policy meeting on April the 9th.
And it's free. It's open to the public. The popcorn's not free, probably, but the movie will be free and open to the public. And Dr. Rosenberg will be there to be able to answer any questions, and you'll get a chance to meet him if you want and interact with him. And so we're pretty excited about that.
That's amazing that you could get him to come all the way from New York to Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of the health policy meeting. I think it's quality. Everything about the people that you have involved are top-notch people. And there's so many questions out there, Dr. Lambiase. Yeah. And I think I love your idea of opening it up for some questions and answers that can occur among your audience and people who are qualified to give you the right answers to those questions, because there's a lot of misinformation.
So on top of the three sessions that we have with speakers, We've actually allowed time this year. There's a number of the medical students from around the state of Alabama, and some of the residents are going to present posters with their work on research and projects in mental health. But around that, there'll be also time to interact and talk to people and talk to the speakers and maybe have some of your questions answered and that sort of thing. So
well,
I think that's going to be
I
very
do too.
crucial.
I do too, and we can't thank you enough for putting this on and making this available to our audience, because, you know, as Jack and I were talking, and Jack said, mind matters. Your mind matters. What would you like to keep in the best shape of all? Of anything that I have, it would be my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're providing us with a vehicle
Mm-hmm.
to educate and entertain us
Yeah.
as well, and feed us. Thank you.
Well, there's that.
So
You got to eat, right?
yeah. And the thing is, like, you'll have to RSVP. If you RSVP that you're coming, mind your manners and come.
Yes, please, because we're gonna put some lunch aside for you. So
Yeah,
we would.
yeah.
But yeah,
We'd appreciate it.
we would appreciate
Well,
it.
this is the third year, and like we've said, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing available to all of us. So thank you for doing it. Thank you to the Kinnemers for what they have done, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm sure it'll be the best one that we've had.
Well, I can't wait. So we got to stop these suicides and help these people.
Absolutely.
So stay with us, and we'll be right back.